Hello fellow mutants, welcome back to another video, and in this video we're going to talk about how Mark Hamill is fine with Luke Skywalker being recasted. And I have an idea what he means, but let's before I try to assume, let's actually read. So even dead, Luke Skywalker keeps finding his way back into Star Wars. It happened first in 2019 Star Wars Rise of Skywalker, when the deceased Jedi Master returned as a Force ghost. In 2020, it happened again, this time as a younger de-aged CGI version on The Mandalorian. Finally, in 2022, Skywalker returned for a third time, the most extensive yet, as that de-aged version of on the Book of Boba. It's unusual to see yourself like that, Mark Hamill told Esquire about seeing a younger version of himself on the Disney Plus show. Also, he added, "It can't be cheap." Oh yeah, it can't. Luke's appearance on the two Disney Plus shows were the first time the character had been seen in that long period between the events of Return of the Jedi and The Force Awakens, and since Star Wars storytelling has only scratched the surface of what Luke did in that time, in books like Shadow of the Sith and the movie flashbacks, Hamill acknowledged it's possible that the character could return yet again. People say, "Oh, now you're going to be able to do a whole series of Luke post Return of the Jedi." I said, I don't think so. First of all, they don't need to tell those stories, but if they do, they could get an age-appropriate actor. Last part is key because Lucasfilm has only recast major roles when the age difference is huge. Since, such as with Leia and Luke on Obi-Wan Kenobi, if Hamill was hypothetically be okay with a younger actor playing the character, you think others would be too. As I'm trying to continue the story here. There we go. But that's the past, and as for the future of the characters, after returning to the Force Ghost for Rey in Rise of Skywalker, Esquire asked if he could come back for the upcoming Rey movie. One thing you'll learn working for Lucasfilm: everything is confidential. So if I were to be involved, I wouldn't be able to tell you. And if I were not involved, I wouldn't be able to tell you. So, I don't know. I guess we'll find out together. I guess. So, I do like how, he neither confirmed or denied that he will return in the Rey movie. So kudos to you, but I'm also happy that he also said that even though he doesn't see the necessity of them telling more stories for Luke, that he would be open for it to be a recast for an age-appropriate actor. And I think, seeing, the guy who's been playing Luke in The Mandalorian and Book of Boba, he looks enough like Mark Hamill, where if they drop the deepfake and just use his face, they could literally get away with it. Do his hairdo like how Mark Hamill's hairdo was in Return of the Jedi. Boom! There we go. They could easily get away with it. They could easily get away with that actor, I don't know the actor's name, being Luke Skywalker. Or, I forget that guy who played the Winter Soldier's name. Sebastian Stan. They could also get Sebastian Stan, do his hairdo like Mark Hamill's. Boom. Another actor they can easily cast as Luke Skywalker. I mean, there are cheaper ways for them to bring back Luke Skywalker than having to CGI his face. Like, I'll give them to them. The CGI has gotten better from Mandalorian to Book of Boba. It's gotten better. I've been dug to the CGI that they did for Leia in Rogue One. And I think I like it because like they only had Leia for like 5 seconds in Rogue One. If it was like 30 minutes, then maybe I would be singing a different tune with Leia in Rogue One. But I do dig Leia, like the CGI they did with Leia in Rogue One. Anyways, my point is, despite me just complimenting them, saying that the CGI has improved in terms of the face, sometimes cheaper is better. Sometimes cheaper is the way to go, right? So, like, Luke's CGI face. I'm telling you. Yes. I'm telling you, his face. If you remove the CGI and let the actor who's been doing Luke Skywalker in the CGI be him. Yes. Now, granted that he was also in Mandalorian as well on Rebel Pilots, I think that arrested Mando on the Ice Planet. But it's not uncommon for Star Wars actors to play multiple roles. I mean, look at Warwick Davis. He's like 3, maybe 4 different characters in Star Wars at this point. Anthony Daniels. He's not only C-3PO, but he made a cameo on Attack of Clones in that bar scene after, like, I think it was Obi-Wan cut off the changeling's hand, Sam Weasel. And Emmett Best. Emmett Best played Jar Jar Binks, a character in that bar scene that I just mentioned in Attack of Clones, and the Jedi who saved Grogu. So it's not uncommon at this point for Star Wars to essentially pull a Doctor Who here and reuse the same characters. And I reference Doctor Who because Doctor Who dominate, like, the whole universe of Doctor Who reused the same actor to play different roles. Barry Capote played like 2 different characters on at least 2 different characters, maybe 3 characters before becoming the Doctor. Karen Gillan played a role in Doctor Who before becoming Amy Pond. Jenna, I forget her last name. Jenna Coleman played like essentially like the same character, but two different versions for the same character before going into the 3rd iteration of the same character to be the Doctor's companion. And I'm using Doctor Who because, like I said, Star Wars is no like straight like Star Wars kind of did a Doctor Who with like Emmett Best, Stephanie Daniels, Warwick Davis. So is it really out of the realm to even say that like using the guy who'd been Luke Skywalker in a deepfake to like not use a deepfake? Sure, like he's been Luke Skywalker in a Rebel pilot or Resistance pilot or No Republic pilot in Mandalorian Season 2, but it's without his face, like being CGI, just using his natural face with Mark Hamill's hair in Return of the Jedi. Ooh, buddy. Yes. So, essentially, I'm in the same, like, a part of me is saying, yes, they don't need to make any more stories with Luke Skywalker, sure. But I'd also be open, as long as they can honor the character, I would be open for new stories for Luke Skywalker. And I'm in agreement with Mark Hamill. If they're going to do that, do flashbacks, then yes, cast an age-appropriate actor to be to be Luke Skywalker. People like me will eat that up. So, anyways, what do you people have to say? Let me know in the comment section down below. Love you guys. Have a wonderful day. Be kind to one another. I'll talk to you fellow mutants later.